royalty. To we sweet, sweet mama salute. Now we all come together as one. For tomorrow, now we go make salute.
Yes, family, welcome back to yet another very important segment where they come through the Talking Point platform. We get three issues then for can look at. The first one first, President Julius Madabio don't plan for give the Okada the free land. That's one. Secondly, we can look at Amnesty International, the report who them pull for August 10 killings. The protest will be take place. And thirdly, President Julius Madabio on the 21st of this month, they go open clock tower na Kailan. All this and more, we get boku analysis again for can church on this, and I will get the facts and the truth now. You say get the opportunity for sending comments, and sure, we go definitely read them. I'm not gonna say we can't just now.
Talking Point platform for news every day now we country alone. For education, entertainment, political affairs, TV. We put enough Tanga one inside Sierra Leone like a big quantity. We breeze not a shit TV.
So Famu, let me go straight to the point. Now, I know say it will shock a lot of people for see this notice. But this is Sierra Leone, not enough for surprise you again. We don't see say the government of Sierra Leone. I don't know if you're not joke, then they joke with the Sierra Leoneans then, or I don't know if you're not getting nothing again. I don't know if you're not distraction. I not just really understand absolutely what then they after. Now, I carried for now first this press release where the government of Sierra Leone pulled through the Ministry of Lands, Housing, and Country Planning. From there, we can make one analysis. What's me for to no say this gets in our agenda. It gets a cover up, now a clear cover up. Well, they can some of this evidence. But we don't for perhaps we not say and clear on the screen. But we read along and see what's in the Ministry of Land Rights. Now, the Ministry of Lands, Housing and Country Planning, public notice. Land raffle for Okada keke riders. The Ministry of Lands, Housing and Country Planning wishes to inform the general public that the ministry has identified plots of state land in the Crown Colony to be allocated to the Sierra Leoneans through the land raffle model that ensures fair, transparent, and equitable distribution of state land resources to its citizens. This raffle draw scheduled to take place on Friday, 28 April 2023, will target motorcycle riders, Okada riders, and tricycle riders, keke riders across the country. In that regard, the ministry is inviting all motorcycle and tricycle riders to apply for state land by presenting a valid driver's license at the ministry front decks on the third floor of UE building in Freetown to obtain a hard copy of the application form for free, or download the electronic application form from the website of the ministry, www.molhtp.gov.sl. The land raffle applicant should attach photocopies of their motorcycle, tricycle registration document, valid driver's license, and union membership cards. Completed application form should be returned to the front desks of the ministry on or before Friday, 14 April 2023, to qualify to take part in the public land raffle. It could be recalled that the Ministry of Lands, Housing and Country Planning introduced the state land raffle model in December 2021. 200 Sierra Leoneans from all walks of life benefited from a total of 400 town lot of the state land at Upper Allentown on my then raffle draw. Another 500 Sierra Leoneans, civil servants, teachers, lecturers, journalists, doctors, nurses, and forces benefited from 1,000 town lots of state land at Kent Junction and Bure in the western area rural communities. The ministry is committed to continue to allocate state land to Sierra Leoneans using various models in a fair, transparent manner. Permanent Secretary Abdul R.M. Fofana, Monday, 20th March. So, Fambul, this nine the government of Salon don't do. The government of Salon don't pull a press release, say them plan for give land to Okada riders and Keke riders for free. All you need for do now for just go take this application na you building, sign a charge your motorcycle or you Okada or Keke, and then return with your driver license. Then go make a raffle and you go get a state land. And I don't do this from 2001. Now the thing is, the reality about this now appeasements. This particular one appeasements than they do to SLPP supporters. This not just camouflage. This not just a cover. The real thing what they want to do now for give state lands to SLPP sympathizers and members. Why? Because the government don't fail even the people that will vote for them. Even the SLPP, strong men there and women there, where really tower where this government can have power. Even the SLPP, they don't fed up with the government, they don't feel ashamed, and the government, shamefully, what they do now, they take state lands and give to their supporters, disguise a beautiful press release and put on saying for Sierra Leoneans. We all know say not true. This is not for Sierra Leoneans. This is for one set of people. And why they look at this? The evidence in there, when these governments can't have power, the first thing first what they do, they sack people where they're not doing nothing and put their young people in. You know, Lord, would they bring for that statistics here? Now, one clear example, Lord, that I mean, they keep them video because very important for Lord reminding people because you know we don't forget. We get boku in it, so they forget. Lord, bring this video, Lord, see when this government just come, what did they do statistics here alone and sack people that wouldn't take their 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, people who the other previous government don't train. They don't care. So what did they do? Then put their own people. But even as that, it's not sufficient. In fact, at one time, Mother Biogefort called him competent. He tell them, say, look, even if we say, Lord, sack everybody, now the ministerial, the ministries there, agencies there, we still not going to give everybody job na SLPP. So this thing, it clearly not for Sierra Leoneans. This now for mainly for SLPP sympathizer. If you check, Lord just see who said them first begin first this ranker business. Take a look at this.
Get for old today with the 244 terminated staff from Statistics Sierra Leone. Now we go inside
to the government of Sierra Leone about the conditions, you know, the 244 people from Statistics Sierra Leone are subjected to in this country. You know, it is a breach.
I'm a former staff of Statistics Sierra Leone. On the 22nd May 2019, 244 of us were terminated without any due process. We have channeled our complaint to the different complaint mechanism body, such as the Ombudsman, the Human Rights Commission, the Ministry of Labor, and also other state actors like NGOs. Some of us had worked in that institution for over 16 years. We have been trained and are well experienced. Some of us had masters in mathematics, in statistics, economics, and
all right, so Fambula, that was the press release where the workers, in fact, then sack people unlawfully. Then kind of power, even take, I think now like 6 months or 8 months, then go statistics, then disrupt the one of statistics. Sack people for no good reason because of their names, because of their region, because of their suspects and say they support the previous government. Now so they run a government. So these are the first strategic failure. So because even as that has then the 5 years, they not get nothing sufficient for presents to the to Sierra Leoneans, not for talk about the supporters and sympathizers. then devise a criminal plan now for take state land and give them people in the. But the thing is, so just to make clear, the incoming government or any other government will for come, definitely those lands will be taken back, because me not ever see this happen. All this we clear with all the evidence they all don't get together. This are for just appease their own supporters them, because we don't come very close to election. I don't know if it be down there happen at the country, but me not ever see that government they make for the state land, you know. But the idea go before somebody go say, okay, yeah, you know, by Sierra Leone and the G. Yes, if for me transparent, free, fair, bias, nothing like partisan or favorism, or not any special interest, that would be that you go call and gold. It's fine, but we know, particularly this government, I know they exalt the other, exonerate the other governments there, and they talk about the government, especially where they said they talk and say then they are for them people there. We don't see the evidence and they clear. So this now one notice where they go around on the social media where I decide for people who they can no say government of Salone don't plan for pool for give Okada riders them, Keke riders them free land on raffle. But that one they not just a camouflage. The real people who they want to give them land here, SLPP sympathizers, supporters them for encourage them for make them vote for Mother Bill 2023. If you check the other video we played on this year, where the chief minister, JJ Safa, where they dish out money to SLPP supporters. Now, yes, every Saturday they do it. Every Saturday they do it. So these are just where, but all this is a mistake that they do, because the people now Salone, they don't make up their mind. They need a change. And there's nothing, absolutely, nobody not going to tamper with that. I like when I take the state land, they all want to give them. When June come, then we'll go decide whether I really want to work. I did they go judge now. Now we'll go to the next slide. The next item na the program where they talk about Amnesty International. Amnesty International don't pull a report. Now, 7 months after the August 10 protest, now this thing come up with law we put and let people and see. Yeah, I don't know if now they see on my screen. So Amnesty International don't pull their own findings regarding I don't know if you know the scene on my screen. Yeah, so Amnesty International don't pull their own reports. And this is a damning report for the government. Now, look, anyhow you look at them, if you take your time, you read the words of Amnesty International, you don't know say this na a case we're not done yet. Absolutely. This na a case only for cause or for create problems for boku people in the SLPP, including President Julius Maada Bio, when he left power. Now, law is called down, law na see waiting Amnesty see. You see? 7 months after August protests, which turned into violent in some locations, no justice yet for those injured or the families of those killed. Now, Amnesty International collected testimonies alleging excessive use of force by Sierra Leonean security forces to crack down on protests which turned violent in Freetown, Makeni, and Kamakwe in August 2022, in which 6 police officers and more than 20 protesters and bystanders were killed, including at least 2 women. Yet it took more than 2 months for the state to release the non-police bodies for burial. Amnesty International said today, after investigating the event, Amnesty International delegate conducted interviews, witnesses, victims, families, government officials, members of the police, and civil society organizations in Freetown and Makeni in December 22. Even if facing violent protesters, law enforcement officials should only resort to the use of force when they have exhausted all other peaceful means of achieving their objectives. Any use of force must also be proportionate to the situation they face. In addition, Amnesty International calls on the special committee set up to investigate the event to do so promptly and impartially. Samira Daud, Amnesty International Regional Director for West and Central Africa. So this is now a damning report. And if you check carefully these words, now the report along, I'm not going to go down to go again deeply because I just want to paraphrase the other side and done. I just want to see that part there. This one when I see, so if you look at the words students use, they mean say this case not a case will just go like that. No. Then they ask the government, then they ask for say, then for make sure say they investigate impartial. Now, one of the things where Amnesty International face, where they discover where is shocking, even after the protests, it took 2 months for let the government of Sierra Leone release body. Ordinary body, body now. Una don't kill people. Una don't kill people. Don't for release them body now. 2 months una no release them. Don't una pull them body. They una no kill the family. I not be seeing no logic, absolutely. I not be seeing any sense for let Julius Mother Bio take that advice from your advisor say, no give them body now, let state go better. Would that give you permission for who beg person? Would that give you? Now, Papa, we not get nobody, now in state get right for go beg. Why? For let us smell that treat. But if people the families we get and then go now cannot. They appeal to the government of Sierra Leone. Now give people and body law go bury them. This government denying that last respect for them people. You know how painful, how burning down there in the heart of people. Can you imagine? They don't kill the person and bonat. Don't you ask for the body? Okay, una don't kill people. Una give people who go bury them. The government of Sierra Leone refuse. Instead, they go bury them. It is against international law. It is against even we own national law. Now that make this protest, August 10 protest, nothing we get for resurface, nothing we get for calm. All of those people who issue orders, because you don't see even the deputy minister of internal affairs, when Lawrence Lima, they tell people and say it's a policy of the government of Sierra Leone to crush this Itoka. We are here. And no, let me see if I still get that video there. Let just refresh people. Let know they forget. Let know they forget. Absolutely. No, I don't know if let just search where Lima they make and clear. Let just see. All right. We will come up with that video there anyway. So that the point where they talk is this issue very serious in the minds of the international community. Protests, demonstration, na part of democracy. Now the fundamental basic rights, now the pillars of democracy. In the UK, in the advanced country, in the Western world, and some parts, na Australia, Canada, Lord just put on so in the Western world in general, protests, we see them regularly right. Now that make I feel say the police they need more training, and they need more professional training for handle situation where they were delicate. But again, even how they say they need for trained police them, if you check most of the orders the way they come out, now orders from above. Now instruction they give the police, shoot to kill, it's a policy. Now, this one, law they go no more. In future, we come back, we remind people and say, this August 10, it not be go away. The international community don't pick up. People and they will get for pay. People and they will get for answer to this, for this grave crime. So this one, law left on this way. Now we go to probably the last one. You know, Fambo, when I see this particular post, I shame. I really shame where they say Julius Madabio, the president, they go open a clock tower. Imagine in the 21st century, for God's sake, a whole, not to a councillor, the president of the Republic of Sierra Leone, they go Kailan, they go open 5 years, in 5 years. Now wait till they go open clock tower. Lord, we just see if we go share and for now, where somebody send them for me say, now this the president they go open. Now see, look at now the clock tower. This you see, I don't know if you know this here. I don't know. Let's see. I know. Okay, let me clone see. All right. So now the clock tower, this where the presidents they go open. They see in first day already. You see, this is the clock tower in Kailan. Can you imagine? The thing is, we politicians there, they're jokers. These guys are jokers. Seriously. These guys are jokers. After 5 years, we have the president of Sierra Leone going to Kailan to open, then in fact, then call and commission clock, an ordinary clock. Would I get time for clock now? Tell me that. Watch not in a style safe again because your phone don't do everything for you. Watch not they sell again. Watch not they sell again. Your phone don't do. So mango just the user mainly they know they use phone and then they're middle-aged guys then like we so now, where maybe back there we meet watch now they still a Fender fancy watch. But if you look at the gangster, the young one there, they don't get time for watch and they buy watch because everything they know they are So for now we still there, and the president they talk about law will not go 1961. Can you imagine how funny it is? A clock tower, a whole president they go after 5 years in office. There is, what I can say, misplaced priority. This is complete misplaced priority. And some of them, when they can kind of power, they can feel say the time that they get time. They don't know say 5 years, 10 years, that's short period. Not short period. Now for learning what they begin counts for you 1 month, 2 months, 1 year. Now don't so. So the time when they get the opportunity for make use of her, the time when they get the chance for transform things, for turn things around. Now the time when they go depan kalu, now the time they go depan which aunt, now the time they go depan ranker business until time beats them. And when time beats them, now the time they pull all strategy like what do they do so. Governments they take state land, they go get SLPP supporter, pull a press release, send out for Sierra Leoneans. Governments they go President Bio they go na Kailan for go open. Ordinary clock tower. Where if you check that clock tower, I doubt if you reach $2,000, $3,000. I put her up, let me just exaggerate the amount. I doubt if you reach. Can you imagine? The real issues in Sierra Leone, if people like say them people are worse than kind of power, then they won't understand that. People are angry. And then come with a plan, they say bread and butter. Then they can't solve bread and butter. This was what they told us. This was what they sold to the people of Sierra Leone, and the people believed them that yes, these people claim to know the issues. These people claim to have expatriates. These people claim to know how to solve our problems. In fact, in 6 months, they don't even need 5 years. They need 6 months to turn things around to make sure that the ordinary Sierra Leonean feels at home in terms of taking care of his or our own basic necessities, the bread and butter. They have failed. So you say, how can Lukalu a president is? How can, it's a joke. It's funny. A clock tower. What's in this? What this? You call this a development, for God's sake? In the 21st century, people they put skyscraper there. Country they put sky and fast train. They talk about fast train. African country, don't forget about the Rio Force. Go East Africa, go Tanzania, go Kenya. See what they happen there. Though they still the fast and say clock tower. What's the use where this clock tower get to the people in Kailan? Tell me, man. If you pull the political lens, you put talk when they say genuinely, you talk sincerely. What is the significance of this clock tower to the people of Kailan? What is the significance? How important time a clock tower, an ordinary clock to the people, to villages, where some of them they get eyesight problem. For SA itself will see the clock tower, for see the time, now issue. So how important it is. You know, so it seems as if this guy they don't even know what's in it. So it just clearly they tell we say they not they live up to their promises. Now the thing about this government, where the thing they had some of it, and the fact that we then just take and say every Sierra Leoneans and if all Sierra Leoneans and they're stupid and fool, they're not able to recall nothing. We don't see many of those promises. I think last week we come up with more than 20 promises that will never come into existence. And these people, they come back with new, fresh reports, lies there. If you want just refresh some of these lies, even from starting from the president, the vice president, and many others. Take a look at this huge lie. Where them people they face Sierra Leoneans are so easy for manipulate. No, take a listen.
One Medina, one bridge, one Medina. Power, they build the bridge now. I want to tell you thank you. I want to know say the commitment of His Excellency the President for building this bridge. Inshallah, summa inshallah, the bridge must be like that. I want to tell the people of Medina thank you when they come up for welcome me. I want to in the next 5 years, Medina self go file a free tour. Light go dena ya, water go dena ya, bridge go dena ya, road go dena ya, school go dena ya, light go dena ya. All man go school, all man go get work, the girl picking them go work, the boy picking them go work, the mommy them go work, water go come, light go come, everything go there. So I want to thank you. I want to know say the SLPP government, na talk and do government. When they talk, they do it. When we say we bring free education, we bring free education. When we say we pay school bus, we pay school bus. When we say I don't say we go bring water na ya, light go kaya, road go kaya, bridge go kaya, school go there ya, secondary school go there ya, work go there for una. The girl picking them go work, the boy picking them go work, and the mama they say go cook for you all go there. So I want to tell you that thank you. I want to know say, me and my brother, me and Julie Jallo from Ropis village, Kafubulon chiefdom, me and Bulamite, and Paupa Kafubulon most better. When I don't say, now 190 chiefdom salon, the Kafubulon no get vice president, and the 190 chiefdom. So we have all the vice president better. We have all out to one. Because now our brother, because now our uncle, because now our daddy, because now our pikin, because they utu na naya, because wale una say better. So I want to tell you thank you, Medina. I will carry you back. If you got to be
family, when Julia Jallo be the talk, if you feel set time, they're not in favor. Now, all of those promises, what that guy go do na Medina, not a single. You see, so the thing is, we thank God for technology. This is not to say you paraphrase for her, not to say you can't talk so you say no. You just play for the video. We thank God for technology. Very simple. So Sierra Leoneans, they wanna see if this is the kind of people that wanna go and vote for again. Somebody who can lie for you 5 years, raise you up. Give you all assurance. And a Muslim. So you see, even religion they abuse her. Because now part of that they can use for because Sierra Leone, the largest Muslims are the largest population. They can capitalize on that. But as a Muslim, and I talk about this is a politician, not a Muslim. As a Muslim, I sign the claim, lie is forbidden. Apart from being a Muslim, as a decent human being, as a Christian. You know, for lie, but you just say the plain lie. Una all go get job. I mean, this was a clear lie. water go there, bridge go there. I'm not saying that. I know we're not here. Now not just paraphrase for our talk for again anyway. I don't listen. That's just to show the kind of people that we get. We still they say power past and give them another 5 years. Now let's take some few texts them before we go. This one they come out from Fatima Niyama. We say good, but who are they and where do they come from? What their missions? May Allah save our beloved Sierra Leone. Okay, thank you, Fatima. This one they come on from Aisha Kesta. Was hello Mohammed. Yeah, hello, welcome Aisha. And this one they come out from Tommy Morgan, who said BO should not use government lands to give to Okadas for votes. The government lands are there to build houses for poor families, people. Yeah, thank you. And this one they come out. This one they come up from, I don't know what's my name. You say always put God first. Always put God Almighty first before your family. Listen, you're all President Mada Bio want to win this election badly. Yeah. So Fambula, this we get time for this text. Yeah. Thank you all for the text you can say. And we just ask you to not forget for subscribe, for like the page na Facebook, because we subscribe we stream na two side within our Facebook, within our YouTube. So anytime you go Facebook, don't forget for look for Talking Point platform and like the page. And also na help you share this. Yeah, na help we would ask na kindly na share this platform to different groups around. Let us help you for promote. Let the message go far and wide. We tell you plenty for day with you today. We'll come back once we get very interesting thing for can share with you. As soon as I know, always we they go the extra mile for make sure so when I get something way unique, something way highly interesting for una attention. Until then, una bye bye.
Country slow, we want for no. Why not they grow? Yeah, hey bo, we want for no. Wait till make we country they go slow. Wait till making all they grow. Yes, so I can for sure. Yes, I can for sure them thing them way they make we know they grow. Say now we they die pampo. If I they try for go before, I beg bo. Do ya not make us slow? No. If I try for raise the tempo, do ya not make them low? Yes, so if I try for go before, I beg bo, do ya not make us slow? No. If I try for raise the tempo, do ya not make them low? Yes, so before they do them thing now we go make we gladdy, thing now we go make we happy, thing now we go make we country laddie daddy. So we go live in unity. Yes, so before they do them thing now we go make we gladdy, thing now we go make we happy, thing now we go make we country laddie daddy. So we go live in harmony. Yes, so don't we for do them thing now we go make we smarter, thing now we go make we stronger, thing now we go make we nation last much longer. So we life them go better. Yes, so but we for left them thing now we go make we scatter, thing now we go bring palava, thing now we go make we nation well panambara, make we people scatter.
Scanty that you talk about. I like them.
Thing them like half flavor plaba, political party wahala. Thing them we go make we agba, them put we country pan yakba. Sing along say hey bo, we want for no.
Waiting make we country they go slow. Waiting making all they grow. Yes, so I can for sure. Yes, I can for sure them team.